So Pete, who do we got this evening?
I was gonna say, well, also barring a few rare exceptions where something else has been true, we'll be spinning on the fabulous Wheel of Bosses here, which is the way that we determine what terrifying foe our heroes will be up against. And we got some fun ones on there tonight. There's always 4 plus the classic player's choice and GM's choice. Which I also love I love the player's choice because they just have to pick without knowing anything but their names.
They know nothing besides the name of the boss.
So that's always fun. But we have Aewni, Glasia. You here, Aewni?
Oh, yeah, I'm present.
Just making sure everyone's here. We got Kokla with us.
Hello.
Zeta, Brasscrown.
Hello.
And Kintoki, Kakata. Hello, Kintoki.
I see. Yep, it's a dragon thing. Okay, let's do it.
All right, Jeremy, who do we have on the wheel tonight?
So we got four pretty interesting bosses. A couple have been here for quite a while at this point. The Glass Dragon has been on this wheel for quite a while. We know little more than just the name, the Glass Dragon. There is Vincent Van Gogh, who's been on here for a while. There is the Fungus Amungus, and finally, the newest edition, Weapon S. Intimidating.
Yeah, that one's probably the spookiest. I'm telling you, do any of you have any strong instincts about any of these? One that you're
just
like, oh,
from the name.
Yeah, I hope we get matched up against this, or I hope we don't get matched up against this.
I really want to see what Weapon S is. Sounds really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm up for Weapon S too. That sounds like a gnome made it.
Ooh.
You know,
That's
it does kind of sound like a trigonome invention, doesn't it?
I guess we'll have to see, but we got a couple for Weapon S. Kintoki, Kokla, you guys got any first instincts or impressions going into the wheel, or are you just waiting to see?
In the background, you see Kintoki putting on a big, like, inflatable costume of a... Well, we've got kobolds and a couple of dragonborn, so we're probably going to get the Brass Dragon just for this plot to make sense.
Well,
beautiful.
That's fair.
I'll admit the goat seems interesting, but I'm curious about all of these, so...
That's pretty reasonable. They're all a particularly kind of wacky group of them tonight. But the only way to find out what's going to happen, Jeremy, is for you to spin that wheel.
So at this point, we will spin the wheel. I wish you all, I say the best of luck, but I'm going to have to wish you that after we find out what you spun. And it's going to be interesting. I'm going to find out just a moment before you do.
Yeah, Jeremy always gets to know a little bit early.
It's about time.
Well,
naturally.
There it is.
Today,
hashtag rigged for the
you will be
Cobalt
battling, as Kintoki predicted, the only thing that makes sense, you're going to be taking on the Glass Dragon.
That's really funny.
Yay! This is the most draconic thing ever!
All right.
Well,
Best of luck,
this is
all of
gonna
you.
be interesting.
Well, with that, we're going to be right back while we set up that adventure. And in just a moment, guys, we're going to jump right in. So stay tuned.
We'll see you all very soon.
Hey there, folks. Do you know what time it is?
Pete and Jeremy's DnDTime. Pete and Jeremy's DnD. Pete and Jeremy's DnDTime. Pete and Jeremy's DnD. Pete and Jeremy, you know we're gonna have some fun when we are amazed Dungeons & Dragons. Pete and Jeremy's DnDTime. When we are amazed Dungeons & Dragons. Pete and Jeremy's DnDTime. Come and have some fun, play D&D. Pete and Jeremy's DnDTime. Come play some D&D with me. Pete and Jeremy's DnDTime. So many fun things to do. Pete and Jeremy's DnDTime. This is our little invitation to you. Jeremy's D&D. Beating Jeremy's D&D time. Beating Jeremy's D&D. Beating Jeremy's D&D time. Beating Jeremy's D&D.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Pete and Jeremy's D&D Time. Got a very exciting adventure in store for you right now, a fabled battle, where 4 of our up-and-coming heroes must prove their might against one of our powerful bosses. And they have rolled upon our wheel the glass dragon. And so, as our adventure comes to a start, the 4 of you find yourselves outside of a place that you maybe haven't visited yet. It is a strange area, heaps of filth and rubble and detritus go in all directions. There's a large kind of wrought iron gate which closes it, and you find yourselves in front of the Lands of DnDTime's dump. It's a place of filth and garbage, but also of, well, communities. And as you kind of approach, you can see up on, there's like a little tower made of cardboard boxes, and on top of it, you see a figure, humanoid in shape, but they're wearing a whole bunch of like boxes on themselves, like armor, and they call down as you approach this main entrance to this filthy place. Who goeth there?
Yeah, hi. The Adventures of Bartholomew is who goes here.
Ah, very well. And he calls down, open the gates if they have their tribute. And you see at the base of this cardboard tower what looks like a filthy, it's hard to tell what they are at first, but as they scamper toward you, you see the small flick of the tail, and you can tell that the filth and dirt upon them is more than just the brown color of their scales shows through slightly with the dirt, as a small little kobold creature scampers up toward the wrought iron gate and says, hello, do you have the tribute for the Trash King?
Aewni will pull out what seems to be a slightly ruined gold sifter and, you know, kind of, what is it? Frisbee throw it inside, basically, as her tribute.
Kind of this kobold watches it go over. Perfect. All right, think through it. Open the gate. Oh, thank goodness. I've been waiting for the adventurers to show up. And the gates creak open, and this little kobold scampers up toward the lot of you. And they say, oh my goodness. Bartholomew said he would send someone so long ago, but it's been so long. Are you here to defeat Fracture?
Aewni
We came here to defeat someone, but we didn't know who.
Aewni will kneel down with this kobold and kind of...
The kobold kind of like skips, like hops back a little bit, like almost startled by you.
She's not trying to hurt him.
Oh, I know. The kobold is very skittish, more so even than usual.
Well, she's trying to, you know, calm him down a little bit.
Yeah. You're also a dragon.
I'm dragonborn, yes. Don't worry, I'm not going to hurt you. And her silver scales gleam a little bit.
Mm-hmm. The kobold looks up at the lot of you. I'm Gakko. Me and some of my found clan, we live by the Sea of Broken Glass here in the dump. And, come with me, I can show you, easier than I can explain.
All right.
And he kind of starts to scamper, kind of swerving as he scampers away, just down through the pass amid these heaps of garbage. How do you each act right as you enter into this filth? Like, this place reeks, right? There's this odor of the stench of decay. You smell like motor oil even. Like, it is a vile place that you have just entered. But I'm wondering how each of you kind of look and how you're handling entering this kind of a location.
Aewni seems slightly prepared for this because right before this, her sister gave her some pointers.
Oh, okay.
Because her sister's been down this very path to the broken glass and stuff like that. She's done that before. So Aewni has some upper experience from her sister in this path, even with the dump. So she's slightly prepared.
Excellent. So, I mean, prepare, do you have a clothespin you put over your nose? And
discreetly, maybe. Yes, probably.
Excellent. Maybe you put a little mask on just to block some of the smell from. I dig it. What about so if Aewni, you're dressed as, I mean, you are a silver dragonborn, dressed in, I imagine, is it silken robes and things like that?
Yes. And if they do get dirty, I have presto, so
every 10 or 15 feet, you're zoop, just cleaning them off because they're the dust and the just filth. Excellent. Yes. The other, I'm going to quote when I say dragonborn, Kintoki. You put on a dragonborn, inflatable dragonborn costume earlier?
Yes, one of those very big, goofy, mascot style costumes. You can very clearly see Kintoki's face through the dragon's mouth.
Uh-huh.
A dragon like me has no need for anything to damper. I just have to use my spirit to get through this. And there isn't any clothespin on the dragon's nose, but you can very clearly see through the dragon's mouth. Kintoki does have one on his nose.
Beautiful. Just is Kintoki? So you've got this big mascot costume on. Is what Kintoki is wearing underneath kind of obscured by the mascot costume for now?
More or less.
Excellent. Ready to burst out into action at any point. I love it. Zeta and
the goofy T-Rex.
I think is that the idea you're going for?
Yes.
Beautiful. Zeta and Kokla, you two are kobolds. So you are quite shorter than your companions by less than half the height, I imagine. What are you two? How are you two handling the dump? Does it smell any different to your little kobold senses, or?
I mean, it smells different. I mean, I've never seen this much trash in my life.
It smells pretty bad, but not as bad as the barn my parents made me sleep in, so this is fine.
Jeez. Oh boy. So you're just imagining, well, it could have been way worse. And so as the group of you begin to traverse the dump, right, this main kind of opening area, there are so many paths that branch off of it, but one continues almost straight and curves down ever kind of at a sloping descent to a lower elevation. As you travel through here, it's fine for a while, but after 5 minutes of traveling, you start to see a couple of little like traction shacks that have been built, right, scrapped together of maybe sheet metal or repaired pieces of wood. Someone has like half of the hull of a ship that has been like stuck upward, that clearly is made to be like a home or perhaps a tavern or something. But as you kind of crest around that particularly very interesting one, you see something really strange as you pass it. You see a large shard of glass that is protruding from the side of it, in a way that doesn't look intentional, right? This was not heaped up with any sort of, wasn't put here, right, with the intent of building a little home. It is clearly smashed through the wall, and you see, little shards of glass all around the ground near it. And as you continue going, you pass by another little shack, maybe with a tin roof that has been scrapped together, or an aluminum foil roof, right, that has just been completely broken in by some more shards of glass that seem to have just maybe fallen from the sky. And as you go, Graco, the kobold, says, "Yes, the fracture hasn't taken kindly to us being here." Oh,
Why is that?
They come from out in the sea. I don't know, beyond the island of fire.
Interesting.
They've been coming at the night in the darkness and just raining shards of glass down upon us. Most of us can dig into the mounds of debris and hide, but others have been forced to leave entirely. And
does it kind of fly around the island of fire?
they
Or
just
does
kind of
it
look at you.
fly over it?
I don't know. It originally came from beyond the island of fire, and now it's after us. I don't know why. Dragons are mighty and they're powerful and they lord over things. I don't know. This
Maybe
little
I can
kobold seems
talk-
very anxious. He's kind of like
Alright.
stamping his little feet around and like skittering around.
Maybe I can talk to it.
Perhaps, or if you can send it away. We've tried Tribute, and it just destroyed it. It seemed, I don't know, it's very angry.
Okay.
And as you kind of come out of this kind of almost little canyon-like path you've been following between the heaps of filth, right, you enter into an area that is clearly a shore of some kind. You see more of these ramshackle huts, and many of them have piers that kind of extend out into, what looks like an ocean, a sea here. Or maybe a large lake, but you can't see the other side of it, only small islands darting up from place to place. And one in the distance appears to be burning slightly. But yeah, as you kind of approach that area, you can see that there are rows of buildings that have been constructed here, settlements. You see what look like small, like gardens, maybe. It's kind of hard to tell because everything's made of trash. But as you're kind of getting there, I think you all obviously notice that it is in absolute shambles. Like, this place has been absolutely ravaged. There are huge shards of glass that have just pierced through buildings. There's small little bits of debris all over the ground. And it is a very sad looking sight, right? You see there are other citizens like peeking out of what's left of their ramshackle homes, watching as this little kobold, guides you over. It says, I don't know, it comes out from the water. and it flies over at night. And yeah, you can hear the light lapping of the water.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Was that island always on fire?
No. Sometime a few months ago, it set ablaze, and that was the first time we saw fracture. Just a week later.
My sister lit that island on fire.
She lit
Okay.
the entire island on fire. Damn, I thought color stayed in.
It was. No, she's silver, but it was different. It was. They burned it down because there were a bunch of possessed dolls on it. Or something like that. Toys.
Ah,
Don't remember the previous name of it, but that was one of their quests. Okay.
Well, it's getting bad here. We living by the sea of glass, and you can see there are bottles floating out in the ocean. There are empty, shards of glass floating around. It's almost like a slurry of glass and water here. Obviously, they have little ramshackle boats they've put together that can clearly go through it, but the water does not look safe to swim in, just so you're aware of that. And yeah, he kind of looks up to you sadly. We survive off of the fish from the ocean. If we can't go out there soon again, we're going to have to leave.
Well, don't bet on leaving too much.
He kind of scampers over to you, Kokla and Zeta. Well, I imagine, Kokla, that you're trailing a little behind because you're smaller and you're kind of shorter legs. You'll please help. You understand, right?
I understand.
Okay.
Do everything we can to solve this problem.
Kintoki.
We've been here quite a while since we moved to the dump, and we don't want to. I mean, this has been our home ever since we came.
I'm sure we can solve this. Because I know we can do it.
Is it a glass dragon?
It calls itself Fracture. The glittering doom.
Okay.
my old nemesis, Glitter.
Kintoki, do you have a few shots on your pistol?
Shots is a strong word. I've got a
Just
shot.
one, then. Alright, I wonder if this thing, probably doesn't take too lightly to having stones cast at it if it's made of glass, right?
As they say, men eaten by glass dragons should throw a lot of rocks.
I've never heard that saying before, but we'll go with it.
I think it applies to houses too. A man eaten by a rock house should throw a lot of glass. Wait, no.
Bless?
I'm going to go over and hide in one of our burrows.
You need to get everyone else to hide too, because this is probably gonna get destructive.
We've been hiding every night.
And it's
Come on,
already
guys. Let's go beat this dragon. It can't be that bad.
Go and get safe, okay?
Okay. Good luck. I know you can do it. He says, and he's like, you're the one being, what do you call it? Inspiring to this guy, Aewni, but he's like looking at Kokla and Zeta like, I know you can do it. Cobalt power. And he scampers away and goes and hides.
Kokla's gonna
So,
just very carefully take Zeta's hand and make him knock on wood. He said
What?
it's not gonna be that. It can't be that bad. So knock on wood.
You pick up a scrap of wood. It's like, oh, this is probably part of someone's house here. And knock, knock.
Well,
Alright. Before this starts, I'm gonna do a big spell cast.
Okay. You conjure for yourself an armor of magic. Nice. does that like look any different for you, or do your silver scales just kind of like shimmer, and then there's no real sign of it?
Oh no, there's a whole look for this. It's not simply
Oh.
shimmering.
Okay.
To describe it is like silver laces of light forming the outlines of magical armor around me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in similar fashion to how some people would have, you know, like elven plate or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost like ethereal, like plate armor protecting you. Excellent.
Major
Is it-
armor's good
is-
and all.
Go on, Kintoki.
Major armor's good and all, but I don't think you can really compare to dragon scales. And he'll kind of gesture with his hand, and as he kind of hits his chest, there's an audible squeak of the
Of the what?
rubber of the dragon suit.
Oh, yeah.
No, I understand. I understand. This is just a precaution, and will probably end up somehow saving my life.
Kokla, Zeta.
I'm just ready to go. I'm
I'm ready too.
Wait, are we sailing out to the not a volcano, or are we gonna wait till the dragon comes here as he seems to do?
That's a
The
good
dragon
question.
comes here, why would we go to the Flaming Islands? That's it. Like, if we get caught in the ocean, we're all going to die.
Yeah, that sounds like a bad idea.
All right.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, it can go either way. One side, you're caught out in the ocean, but at least you can see. I believe Kintoki and Aewni don't have dark vision, right? It's already
Yeah, they don't.
overcast here just because of like the smog and the clouds that is over the dump all the time. But yeah, I mean, at night it's gonna be blackout. There's gonna be no moonlight shining through here.
Oh. Oh,
We could
really?
set up
Probably not.
things of light.
There's a lot of pollution.
Alright. Here's what else is gonna happen. Are we gonna lie and wait for this dragon, basically? What do you guys say?
Say, I don't
I
want to
mean, we
get
should
caught
just
in
wait
the
for the
ocean.
dragon to come over. I mean, we're the only four that are outside, so
Also
To
trying to there's still light. Don't know how we do that, but
Wait, what if we got a bunch of torches and set them up everywhere so we have light, and then got like a big barbecue going so it looks like the kobolds are celebrating, so the dragon will come to rain on their parade, and then we can ambush it.
or why can't we just try to talk to it? We're all dragons here, right? Or draconic in nature.
I don't think it's going to be much for talking. The kobolds already tried that, and it just made it mad and destroyed the stuff they wanted to give it.
So I think Aewni and probably Kintoki and Kokla, you might also know this, but apparently Zeta does not. So maybe it has to do with Zeta's upbringing. They didn't really get this information. But typically, especially when it comes to evil dragons, right? Evil dragons believe themselves better than other creatures, and like will often like enslave clans of kobolds. So I don't know which of you know this information, but you figure if the dragon has instance the kobolds yet, I don't know. It might be a tough battle, an uphill battle to convince them to stop. But hey, I mean,
Aewni
Option.
will explain this.
You know,
Okay.
I'm fine. I agree. Let's just ambush it then.
Ambush? Do you want to ambush a dragon?
Isn't that what Kintoki said?
Aewni looks over at Kintoki.
The problem with us dragons is our hubris. If it thinks it's just coming in to eat a bunch of kobolds, and we have, I don't know, ballistas or pikemen or something we can use to huck stuff at it. We can huck a bunch of stuff at it before it realizes they're...
Wait, Kintoki, don't you have a friend?
That's the name.
No. No, I don't know. That might not be a good idea. I remember you making friends with a red dragon.
Yeah, but that was like... We are not close to that location. And he was like a little kid. I don't think I can just call him up and, hey, wanna meet?
That's true. Okay, then we're going with the ambush approach, because that's our best plan right now. Unless we can think of, like, making a giant ball of garbage to heap it down the canyon and smash into the dragon.
Well, I do have an idea. That might be kind of stupid.
Well, we're all for dumb ideas.
I still have this tree with me. Why don't I just use that? They won't expect this random tree to be growing here.
Wait, you just have a tree on you?
Yeah.
And then you notice behind Zeta that he has been dragging a Christmas tree or solstice tree.
Apparently, Zeta's been carrying this around. How did you guys miss this?
We obviously rolled in that one on the perception check.
Yeah, I can make it. If I set it up right, I can make it snow.
You know what? Let's do it.
Hey, it is glass. The snow might make it brittle.
Yay!
Oh, like a snap freeze?
Hey.
All right. So, if I understand this correctly, you want to set a trap for Fracture the Glittering Doom.
I mean, I don't think it's going to be much of a trap, especially when the tree constantly snows when it's upright.
Don't talk like that. It's gonna be the best trap ever.
So, what's the plan? What are you doing? I'm very excited. Now, you have the bright side. You're at the dump. There's a lot of resources that are available here at the dump.
Are there any rhinestones about?
Yeah, 100%. People throw out rhinestones all the time.
Okay, hear me out. If we glue a bunch of rhinestones to my scales, I can be running around waving my wings talking about how I'm the prettiest, sparkliest, glitteriest dragon around, and the kobold should follow me, and I'll be bait for Fracture.
Aewni's gonna look at Kintoki and then poke his forehead.
Okay, so you cast the light cantrip on Kintoki's bad dragon suit, and Kintoki, you are now glowing. Yeah, if you had some rhinestones to that, it'd be pretty shiny.
Go find some. And Coco just runs off.
That's a start, right?
So Kokla's gonna handle making Kintoki's dragon suit. What are the rest of you gonna do while you have this time? You've got some time to prepare, if that's what you're doing, because they told you he comes at nightfall, or they come at nightfall.
So, Aewni, what should we do besides setting up a tree?
Okay, here's an idea. How about we try to make a possible artificial avalanche? We pad snow up the sides, we could collapse it with snow, and then, just kind of circle around it while it's stuck in the snow and then beat it to death. I something to do with the snow. We have a lot of it. It literally is growing on the tree.
Ooh, we could dig some trenches in the snow to give us a bit more cover.
That's true. We could do cover.
I mean, to be fair, guys, the tree only snows around 15 feet around it.
That's a 30-foot diameter, which is good enough for us.
Fair enough.
All right. So, who's gonna dig trenches in the snow?
Kintoki will straight face slip out of the dragon costume while it's getting rhinestone to begin the grunt work of digging snow trenches.
Is it just completely blown up when you slip out of it? It's like the Christmas blow-up dolls that you put in your front yard.
Oh Jesus! So it just stays upright as you step out of it.
Yep.
Beautiful. What does Kintoki look like outside of the dragon costume?
Fairly average guy. Sort of an Eastern style, roving about casually, slung off one of his shoulders, messy, curly silver hair and deadfish eyes.
Excellent. So Kintoki, you just get to work digging these trenches in the snow. I love it. So we got Kokla looking for rhinestones to build the costume. Kintoki's digging that. Zeta and Aewni, what are you two gonna do to prepare?
You know what?
No clue.
I love that. I mean, fair. Sorry, go ahead, Aewni.
I feel like, right, that we could be able to, move the snow around and get us a bit more of an even coating of snow if it's not even already. Otherwise, I'm going to build trenches too, and I'm also going to make throwing snow.
You're going to make snowballs.
Oh, I have an idea.
I want to place rocks in the snowballs then.
You're the worst kind of person. All right, so you're gonna take like rocks and like pieces of just detritus from the dump. Like, okay, here's a rock, here's a chunk of metal, here's like the carburetor off a car, and you're just gonna cover it with snow. I'm sorry, off a cart.
Yes.
Because this is Fantasyland. Yeah, okay. So you're the worst person. And Zeta, it sounded like you were inspired there.
To be fair, the dragon's trying to kill us.
I was thinking of something similar to Aewni, but except of making them into snowballs, we just hide little tiny spikes into the ground under the.
Oh, so you want to set a trap, is what I'm hearing.
Yes,
Oh,
we
no.
hide little spikes under the snow, so when the dragon steps on them, he'll hurt his big feet.
That is a really
now
cool
punji
idea.
trap. It's a punji trap now.
All right, this is very interesting. So let's start evaluating these. I'm going to start with Zeta. Zeta, you're trying to build traps with the snow. The bright side is because you plant your solstice tree upright and just snow begins to fall around you. And so you have all the snow that you really need over the couple hours. It's coming down around that solstice tree, as it magically does. How big of an area do you want? Do you want like a smaller trap or like a very widespread trap? And what's your like objective here? To like really hurt the dragon, to hinder its movement? Like what's the goal of the trap you're going for?
My goal is to to hurt it slightly and possibly stun it a bit. Like imagine stepping on like a thumbtack. That would really hurt.
Okay.
Toe.
So, are you proficient in thieves' tools, Zeta?
No. I'm proficient in dragon chess, but that's about it.
Okay, so that's fine. You're good at dragon chess. If you were battling the dragon in a game of wits, you'd be in a good spot. Or a game of chance. I imagine dragon chess is a game of wits. But unfortunately, you're not particularly good. Not particularly good at setting traps. So what I need you to do is I need you to roll me. What ability score do you think it is to set these traps? Is it like wisdom to know where to place things? Is it like dexterity to like expertly cover it so that you're not your gentle hand leaves no trace that you had buried something here?
Dexterity. I was gonna say intelligence, but dexterity actually makes more sense.
Sure. Can you roll then?
Dexterity. So
What was that, Kokla?
sleight of hand is dexterity.
Yeah, sleight of hand is dexterity. So
Zeta can't figure it out. He could trade jobs with me because I'm proficient in thieves' tools.
yeah, I mean, you guys. I think we can say if you two want to work together, that's okay.
Yeah, let's do that. Come on, Kokla.
Okay. So
Just gonna drop the rhinestones and go over to Zeta.
You just drop all the ones you already collected. All right, excellent. In that case, Kokla, since you're proficient in thieves' tools, can you roll me a thieves' tool check? Let's see.
I'm assuming using Dex as the thing.
Yes, using dexterity for your thieves' tools.
Just
Okay.
click Dex or
What was that?
just click Dex because I don't think I have the.
Oh, yeah. So roll your dexterity, and then you can add your proficiency bonus. So basically, you could just roll a dexterity saving throw if you want, because I think you're proficient in the. Oh, actually, you might not be because you're bard.
Just roll dexterity.
Yeah, just roll dexterity. We'll figure it out. Oh,
22.
very good roll. Okay, so it's actually a 21 because it already had your jack of all trades counted in there. But a 21 trap. And what's in this trap? Just like spikes? You just put like metal shards up there? Metal stronger than glass.
Like really pointy stuff that sticks upward.
Excellent. So Kokla, you and Zeta run around and you gather all these metal spikes and you stick them down and you bury them in the snow. And by the time you're done, you're looking out and you're just...
Spikes are rusty.
Huh?
Spikes are rusted.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, rusty metal spikes. You know, you find like an old fishing harpoon and like, an anchor, and you just take all this random stuff. Like, this will hurt if you land on it hard, and bury it in the snow. And when you finish, you look out and you can't tell where you buried it. You're just like, uh-oh. Don't step over there, guys.
That's why Kintoki's digging trenches.
Yeah, in Kintoki, you're digging trenches next to them. Excellent. So you set some traps. I'm gonna just put that on there.
You know what? I have an idea to help Kintoki.
Okay.
Can I use Mage Hand to help dig and pack trenches while he's digging them out entirely?
Yeah, no, I think so. So I think what's happening here, right, is Aewni, you're like up in the top part, and as Kintoki is digging these trenches in the snow, right, it's like throwing the snow up and you're compacting it with your mage hand, and your hand combined with the mage hand, you go twice as fast, right, because you got an extra hand to work on it. And yeah.
Could I make the argument that digging trenches is very similar to work one might do while plumbing?
Work one might do while plumbing? For what purpose?
Plumbers dig out trenches to set down pipes and stuff.
As the camera cuts from Kokla and Zeta to Aewni, helping Kintoki, you just see Kintoki come up, kind of wipe his brow, wearing a bright red hat with a upside down W on the front, with a large fake mustache on his. Mamma mia! It's so hard digging the traps.
Oh my god. Absolutely. You can 100% use your hat to apply to your trench digging check. So I'm going to give you advantage on your check from Aewni using their magic to assist you. And then what would the hat normally do? Give you a plus something to it?
+1.
Excellent. So you would also get a +1 from your your hat. Go ahead and roll me. What is this? What do you think this is? Athletics, survival? Your pick as to what you think. If you can argue it, I'm with you.
Yeah, let's go survival, kind of building out trenches and.
Okay.
Trenches with wisdom. That did not have advantage.
Yep, don't forget. Okay, and does that have the extra +1 from your hat?
Yes.
Excellent, so 15 total. All right, pretty good. So I think you dig out quite a series of trenches. And I think at a 15, they're gonna, at absolute minimum, provide half cover. You'd probably have to drop prone to get the 3/4 cover out of them. But at absolute minimum, they'll give you half cover while you're running around in them. So that will certainly help. All right, and they span pretty far. Like you've dug in quite a few trenches. You guys had to like move the big tree a couple of times to make more snow in different areas, but it's going pretty good. Aewni, let's get your snowballs of doom check. So these are just rocks in snow is basically what you've created here.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. What do you want these to do? Just do bludgeoning damage, I guess, what you're going for? I think I have an idea of what these could be.
Basically, just an ammo-based, we throw bludgeoning snowball rock things that will beat the crap out of it.
I mean, I think the way I'm going to see these is I'm going to call them they're probably going to do a D4 of damage because they're just like a club, basically, but in a ball of snow.
You know what?
But I'll say everyone's proficient with snowballs. Everyone can throw a rock. It's gonna be a little more effective than just hucking a ramshackle thing.
It's a throwing weapon too, so this is probably based on dex.
To pack them? I'm not sure.
No, like throwing them for damage.
Or
for an attack.
Yeah, I think you could use either. I'll give you either dex or strength. Snowballs are a finesse weapon. Can you roll me? What kind of ability check would be to make these snowballs? Probably survival, maybe. Or
I can do,
what else?
I can do some sort of survival. I could pray to Selune first to give me some help.
Okay, are you talking about via the guidance cantrip, or just make a religion check and pray Selune helps you?
I do not, unfortunately have the guidance cantrip. I was unprepared.
So
sorry.
So this is just a prayer to Selune. Selune, come on.
Yeah, Selune, give me some luck here.
Okay, roll me a religion check.
Wow.
Oh, it's really smoggy here. Not a lot of moonlight's coming down. It's not good. Selune is not. I think the idea you have is Selune thinks that you probably need to do this yourself, right? This is a growing opportunity for you, right? It's not Selune doesn't help you. It's Selune makes you believe that you can do it without them in this case.
All right.
I think that's the nice way to interpret what happened. That nothing happens.
That's perfect. So, with that, I'm gonna roll survival for these.
Yeah, go for it. I really appreciate the grasping at straws, though.
That is equally as bad.
Yeah, so another 5. I think you get really discouraged. Like, what ends up happening is like you're packing in like a chunk of metal, and like you cut your hand on it. It's like, ow, right? And then you drop it, and the snow all breaks, and it's like, oh man. And the snow isn't good packing snow. It's very dry, light snow here that's falling from the tree. So I think what ends up happening is just, with the salty air of the ocean and everything, the snowballs they don't pack very well. You make 5 of these thrown snowball weapons.
All right, that's good enough. I'm gonna hand out one for everyone and give Kintoki a second one because he probably has the best dex score besides maybe Zeta.
Yay! Oh, okay.
Well, and as I think another thing that you do, Aewni, because you remembered this somehow. You remember to get to torches and set up torches because that was part of your plan, right? So that some of you could see.
That was the overall plan, yeah.
Okay, so as you all go, I'm sorry, we actually need to finish Kokla. Actually, it'll be because Kokla, you rolled for the traps. So Zeta, can you roll me just a perception check? And this is just to search or investigation. You can actually pick perception or investigation to find rhinestones.
This'll do.
Yeah, unfortunately, you find only a handful of rhinestones. And while you affix them to Kintoki's armor or dinosaur costume, dragon costume, it doesn't That didn't quite shine like maybe you were hoping.
That's what the light
Well, I
cantrip is
tried.
for.
Yeah, I mean, that'll help, but this would have been like an advantage on your check to distract the dragon. Instead, it's just you can do it. All right. And so as night starts to fall and all of the townspeople of this small seaside village go into hiding through the little hidey holes in the kind of hills of detritus that surround you, darkness descends upon this place. It descends a lot quicker than it does in most parts of the world, as the sunset here is heavily obscured by the clouds and the smog. You go about setting up your torches to illuminate as much of the town as you can and give you the best shot at figuring it out, or at having decent vision. But unfortunately, you only ever can see up to 40 feet up, or I guess 60 feet for you with dark vision. If the dragon flies higher than that, it's gonna be tough. And so, do you set up like a faux like feast kind of deal? Is that your plan, Kintoki or team?
A faux feast? Like we just set up a table and put food on it?
Yeah, I mean, it sounded to me like, right, you were trying to do a big like celebration, like a fake celebration, right? Or was that an old plan and you're doing something different now?
No, I think we can still do this.
Yeah, you know what? Let's set up a table and put some food on it.
Excellent. So you scavenge some like, I mean, it's edible food from just around the dump, throw it all on a table. You cast the light cantrip on, or I guess you just keep the light going on Kintoki's dragon costume. And looking around you, you're feeling pretty good. You've got your trap set, your trenches are pretty good. Each got a snowball that's like a very effective snowball. And as night falls, it starts to get a little cold here. You can feel that chill on your scales, or I guess in Kintoki's case, it's like a chill wind, right, blowing through your plastic dinosaur costume. And you wait. Is there anything in particular you want to do while you all wait? Are you trying to like wait in hiding with just Kintoki being out in the open?
I just want to wait in hiding, and I'm just hoping this works.
Okay.
This is
Behind
crazy.
the Zeta.
Okay.
Aewni's also hiding, looking at little pictures of her sister's adventures and stuff.
So just looking through like exactly right. Well, you're like hunched in this trench, just waiting, right? You're just looking through like an old photo album, effectively.
Basically, yep.
And Kintoki, are you hiding?
Kintoki's waiting, and being like the flashy bait to draw on the dragon, he's just gonna use his sword and kind of go running about here on the shore a bit, using the creative spirit of his painting skills from being a Kinsei, and just in large, eloquent letters writing "fracture sucks," and then drawing like the face of a little dragon with stink lines on.
Beautiful. He's running around like just painting on the white snow. It's like a canvas. And I imagine you're painting it like right over where the traps are.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful. And as if you're running around glowing with light and the rest of you hide, can I get stealth checks from the three of you that are hiding?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're gonna have advantage on these, just so you know, because you've been sitting here in waiting. You've had quite a while to stealth up. All right, looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Yeah, you're all pretty well hidden. You think? You're hunched in your little trenches, and I think actually being in half cover would give you an extra bonus to that as well. So you're all hunched up, hidden, awaiting the arrival of this dragon, and the cold night goes on. Sometime around midnight, things change. The wind picks up, and you begin to hear the crashing of the waves on the shore become more than just a light wash. Waves crash down over the docks of the small structures that dot the seaside, and you hear in the distance what sound like wing beats. Another flap of wings. You don't see anything at first. It is far too dark. But you hear the voice emanating from the darkness above you. Oh, come, little cornbones. Where are you hiding tonight? You hear another flap of wings. Kintoki, do you do anything?
Hey, Fracture, you can go, like, piss off. These are my kobolds now. You weren't fancy enough or glitter. Clearly, they've chosen the glitterier dragon to serve. And I'll make a very cheesy pose pointing upwards with the globe.
All right. Fracture will look down upon you. You don't see Fracture still, as Fracture is quite high up. And Fracture will look down and make a perception check. As Fracture is a smidge, well, suspicious. All right. Fracture rolls a 10. You're all well hidden, and it sees you, Kintoki, and you hear this flapping of wings as the dragon calls out, "No one dares to do such an injustice to the glittering tomb." And you see descending from the sky above you a huge glass form. It refracts the light, almost invisible in the dim light, it being translucent in form. You see this huge draconic entity descend down upon you, and I'd like all of you to roll for initiative. And I think, Kintoki, because you're right in there in the open looking up at it, you can see almost like a vortex of swirling glass shards in its transparent neck, like spinning around. It almost looks kin to like a Cloud of Daggers spell, if you're familiar. All right, and Fracture the Glittering Doom. It's a 4. I guess a little bit of that hubris. All right. So, first knot, we've got Kokla. Kokla, it's your move. Fracture has not yet landed. What would you like to do?
Kokla is going to be an attack spell, but gonna wait until he
Until he hits the ground?
Okay, cool. So you're gonna ready a spell to blast at him. Excellent. So Kokla, you're just in your little hidey hole, and I imagine, how do you conjure up your magic as a bard? Do you just do you have your fingers on the instrument you're about to strum, just BAM? Or what does this look like? That what does your preparation look like?
Shift and pull out something that she got from pull out this. Just wait.
Oh, excellent. Your instrument flourishes, and you're just like, oh yeah, I'm ready to flourish. Excellent. Aewni, what's your move? You seemingly are also hidden from this dragon for the time being. Do you want to stay hidden?
I'm gonna prepare a spellcast too.
Okay.
It's not something I can cast discreetly, which is why I'm preparing it, which is going to be Bless.
Ah, excellent. So I imagine like your fingers almost like shimmer with a little bit of silver light. You're just ready, but yet not quite there yet. It's on the tip of your fingers. Excellent. Zeta, what's your move?
I'm going to cast Prestidigitation on the snow. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a symbol, and pretty much it's going to be the draconic equivalent of giving the middle finger.
Oh my god. Actually, just like underneath Kintoki, this symbol appears, or is this like in front of Where does it appear?
It appears behind Kintoki on the traps.
Oh, excellent. So, Kintoki, you're standing there looking up at this dragon. It's way bigger than you thought it was. This is a huge creature. I mean, its wingspan is like 20 feet. All right. And Kintoki, it's your turn. The dragon roars with anger.
You honestly think you can call yourself the glittering doom? You wear your emotions on your sleeve, far too transparent. If you really want to be glittering, you have to be fully visible. You have to have presence and presentation. And I'll just continue making dumb poses. Holding an action, bop it with my, wooden sword if it gets too close. And I will burn a key to bonus action dodge.
Excellent. So you're just like your ridiculous like dramatic like flex poses are all just part of your monk training. You're ready to
master, but more pizzazz.
Way more pizzazz to master. Anyway, Fracture's pissed, and I think Fracture. Yeah, we'll just descend upon Kintoki with a wrath. Slams onto the ground before you, and will make a bite attack at you, Kintoki. Well, first it slams onto the ground. Actually, it will make a legendary action at the end of your turn, Kintoki. No, it hasn't gone yet, so I can't do that. Never mind. Okay, sorry. Brain dump. Yeah, it just slams into the ground in front of you. Probably directly onto the traps. Yikes. All right, so it's got to roll a dexterity saving throw. As it
This
slams
also
onto the
triggers
traps.
our spells.
Yes, it does. So it fails its dexterity saving throw. Your DC was 21, so that was the damage you rolled. And as it slams down, it lets out a horrible roll as these shards of iron and steel pierce up into the dragons, the shattering right as glass goes flying. It's going to do 10 points of damage, half the DC. So Fracture just takes 10 points of damage right off the bat.
And I'll clonk him on the nose with my wooden sword.
Alrighty.
It's often hidden in my disguise as like the tail of the dragon.
Okay, excellent. So are you tearing out of the dragon costume at this point or no?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
Gotta keep the trick.
All right, you swing with that, and you'll definitely with the 16. Ooh, you just miss it actually.
Bless.
Wait, bless. I had forgotten to click.
Because we didn't cast it yet. Well, he landed, but we casted it. So, by the way, that's a second level bless. Everyone gets it.
All right, damn. So I think what happened is right, like you would miss, and it's as you're swinging, you hear the words of Aewni call out, and a blessing of which god is it, Aewni? Maybe
Selune. Yes.
A blessing of the moon, just a shard of a little bit of moonlight, like comes through the smoggy, cloudy sky, and Kintoki guides your swing as it glitters through the glass. Yeah, you'll hit him for that then. Go ahead and give me your deets. 4 magical bludgeoning damage. Unsurprisingly, the bludgeoning seems particularly effective against Fracture as you smash this wooden training sword you have into its glass form. And it lets out a horrible roar, and its eyes immediately focus on the direction of you, Aewni. A trap! Kokla and Zeta, you also have your ready actions. I would love to
Actually,
see
I
it.
know. I used prestidigitation to make the middle finger.
You're correct. You lured him directly onto the trap. So Kokla, can I have your ready to action then?
Ping the spell so that allies don't get crossfire.
No problem. I mean, he's kind of like separate. Oh no. All right, you're casting a Shatter upon Fracture. A very effective spell against this dragon. All right. The DC is 12. Is that correct?
Is it?
I don't know. Yep, it looks like it is.
Okay.
All right, so Kokla, you boom, cast your Instrument of Flourishes, and does that do anything in particular? Oh gosh.
The fireworks that are gonna come out are gonna take the form of a copper dragon.
Oh, beautiful. It's like fireworks shoots out and blasts like a big copper dragon. And you see the light from the fireworks refract all through the dragon, Fracture, who goes, and seems harmed not only from the damage, but like the light hurts it somehow. All right, I'm gonna have to roll that Constitution saving throw for Fracture. All right, disadvantage because made of glass. So 17 points of thunder damage. Wow. Thunder damage, very effective, but not super effective, unfortunately. Still quite hurt as you see like cracks form all throughout the dragon. And yeah, you see its head twist around back toward you, Kokla. And it continues its turn now, if those are ready actions. It was gonna attack you with its bite attack, Kintoki, but instead it will hold up a breath and let loose a wave of glass shards that just cascade outwards. And it is
We
a...
all have blessed for saving throws, by the way.
Yeah. So it is a 30-foot cone. So this is gonna basically target 3 of you. But he can't hit all 4 of you, I think, because of how you separate it out. So he's gonna blast it at probably Kokla, Zeta, and Kintoki. This terrifying breath weapon. Has it not gone through? There we go. All right. Shards of glass fly from the creature's mouth toward you. So I need all of you to roll me dexterity saving throws. Keep in mind that you have Bless, which will give you... what does it give you again?
1d4, I think.
Yeah.
Oh no.
All right. Oh, bad for Kintoki.
Oh, crud.
Well, did you add your Bless?
No, it plus won't save me, sadly, here.
Well, you have a +2 from cover
All right.
because you two are you dug the trenches.
So that's 10, so now I have to roll at least 3.
Good luck.
Yay!
Hey! Saved by the Bless. Okay. And Kokla, could you also give me a dexterity saving throw when you get a moment? All right. So you are fine. The Bless helping to push you over the top. So Kokla and Zeta each take 9 slashing damage as shards of glass fly across the battlefield. However, Kintoki, you take 18 points of slashing damage as you are just right in front of it as it goes and lets out this just wash of glass. Are you still standing?
Yep.
You barely. All right. And Fracture is going to leap back up and fly up into the air. It provokes an attack of opportunity from you, Kintoki.
Let me make sure I got my blood squared away.
Oh my God. All right.
32?
Well, 32 to hit from a level 1 character. Yeah, pretty typical. Or level 3 character. Level 3. Yeah, you hit him. You hit him. That training sword, very good, especially against this guy. All right, you slam into his Fracture's leg as they take to the air, And there's a loud crack, and you see the fracturing glass pass up the body, like up to the torso a little bit. And just the dragon roars and takes 30 feet up into the air. They are barely visible in your dim light. All right, that's the end of Fracture's turn. Kokla, what would you like to do?
Can I get skipped?
Nope, because you did the remember you did the prestidigitation to make it fall onto the trap.
All right, because everyone had ready actions. My bad.
Yep, it's weird because there's so many ready actions.
Yep, go on.
All right, Kokla, what would you like to do?
Oh. Turning to, just gonna do very simple runs.
On you or on Zeta?
She's gonna go to the Kintoki and use it on.
Oh, it's fair. So you scamper up over the snow and you reach out and cast a spell of Cure Wounds. Does the fireworks shoot out with this one too?
She went back to the normal veal.
Oh, excellent. Just a little. Kintoki, you get healed for 11. Holy moly. Really good roll on that.
Casted that as level 2 spell slot, so.
Gotcha. All right. Anything else, Kokla? It took you about 30 feet of movement to get to Kintoki.
Dive back into cover.
Do you have any movement left is the problem, though? Well, we'll say you got plenty of trenches, so you just leap into one of the other trenches. That's fine. Okay. Aewni, what would you like to do? You look upwards, and barely visible is the dragon.
He's lifting off.
He's, 30 feet back up. Realizing it was a trap, he's taking the air.
Incinerate.
Mm-hmm. All right, you conjure a chromatic orb and blast it upward. What do you get?
Give me 1 second.
And what kind of damage are you doing with this?
This is going to be another level 2, and I kind of want to make it fire, because I feel like that would melt him a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I also kind of want to make it thunder, because I know it works.
Yeah, it's a gamble.
Easy thunder.
Wait.
We already know.
Glass is silicon.
Fire, because
And glass is... Ooh. There's 3 things I could do here.
Try not to overthink it too much. Which one would you like it to be?
I'm gonna do thunder.
All right.
Level 2 cast.
Cool. You conjure forth. Just, I imagine it's like a shockwave just that blasts out at Fracture. You'll hit. Go ahead and roll me the damage. Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, you have disadvantage at him up here because he's outside of the dim. Oh, wait a minute. Kintoki, you have the light spell. His light is 30, 60. Light. What's the range on light?
20 feet bright, 20 feet dim.
Okay, so yeah, he's in dim light currently. So this is a disadvantaged attack.
Okay, I'll roll another
You'll
one.
keep the +4. I'll give you the keep the +4 on the bless. Yeah, you hit him. Go ahead.
Okay, this is also twinned.
You have to pick a different target when you twin, typically.
Oh, do
Right?
you?
Don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, it is
It's
the
a
second
single
creature.
target.
So maybe an empowered or something along those lines might be more helpful if you have it.
Like quickened?
You could quicken a cantrip if you wanted.
True.
But go ahead and give me that All right, 23 thunder damage, slams into Fracture.
And I'm also gonna quicken Ray of Frost him.
Okay. And again, it is disadvantage as he is in the dim light, and with his translucent form, it's hard to get a beat on him. Unfortunately, the Ray of Frost will whiff, just going a little wide, or maybe passing through a crack, for all you know. All right.
That's perfectly fine.
Cool.
That was good damage.
Yeah, I mean that first one, holy, 23 is a lot of damage at this level. All right,
End of turn.
Zeta, what would you like to do?
Oh, you caught me at a good time. I just was ready to do something funny.
Uh-huh.
And since I don't have disadvantage, because I can clearly see him in the dark.
That's true, because you have the dark vision, and you critically
my
snowball.
God.
Zeta, you like,
Yay! Headshot! Headshot!
you hit him in the head, yep. Sure. Go ahead and give me the damage. Oh, wow. All right, that's 14 damage because he's vulnerable to the bludgeoning. You clock him. Fracture roars with rage as you crack part of their head. Like, there's a big crack in their head after that throw. Anything else, Zeta?
You're not so tough now, are you, you silly little dragon?
I will shred you.
Try me! And that's what
Anything-
hurt.
All right, do you want to jump back in a trench, Zeta? Or I guess you're still in the original trench, right?
I'm still in the original trench.
All right, Kintoki, what would you like to do? This dragon's 30 feet up.
Playing dumb games, fine. Kintoki will kind of shift around awkwardly inside the costume, and you see what appears to be a human hand and a large bow come out of the dragon's mouth. Two of us can play breath attacks, you dumb bitch. As I will bonus action focus my breathing into a Kinsei shot and swear an oath against Fracture to cancel out my disadvantage for shooting into dim light.
I don't think. Oh yeah, right, yeah, because of Fracture's feature. Yep. So you aim your oath bow. Go ahead and pop him.
Just show.
Just short, unfortunately. The arrow, maybe like again. You swear that would have hit. It's almost like it passed through one of the cracks. A very good moment though. So
I
Kintoki,
tuck down into one of the trenches.
okay. Are you going to tuck down near anyone, or are you guys trying to scatter?
I will scatter with my monk speed to get in the furthest trench from anyone.
Okay, so no two people are with it. So you're basically the closest people together are.
Me and you.
Yeah. Okay. Fracture's gonna go. Let's see if they recharge their breath weapon. Bam! Rolling the oh, they don't. All right. Fracture will breathe a sigh of probably frustration. Say, I will devour you one by one. And it's going to descend down upon you, Aewni. It crashes into the snow and kind of leans over the trench toward you, this large translucent face. And again, now in the light, because in bright light, you see it is shattered, right? There's like cracks going all throughout its face, except it's gonna just attack you. What is your armor class, Aewni?
17.
All right, pretty good. Its bite attack misses. You duck down or deflect it right with almost an ethereal shield. Then it will make a slash attack as well, which will connect
Ouch.
unless you have anything to react to this.
Nope.
Okay, 10 points of slashing damage with his claws, and Fracture will go to jump up and take to the sky yet again. You can take an opportunity attack if you would like.
Am I within range to opportunity attack him?
Unfortunately not. No one is like adjacent to each other right now. You're all still
want me-
pretty separated.
If you want me to opportunity attack him.
No, I don't, but you can if you'd like.
All right.
I'm saying you're allowed
so
to. I want Fracture to murder you all.
I'm gonna shiv him with my one dagger.
Okay. Unfortunately not connecting. and Fracture flutters back up to that 30 feet, just in dim light. And Kokla, it's your move.
Right. Let's make use of this.
Oh, you have to snowball and huck it. Now, I believe you have Bless still. Oh, Aewni, can you roll concentration on Bless?
Yeah, give me a second.
+6?
Half cover save for some reason.
Oh. So unfortunately, there is no more Bless.
Oh, that's fine.
So yeah, you throw the snowball, Kokla, and it just doesn't have the force you need and misses.
Wait.
Is there anything else you'd like to do? I know you have your
Actually-
Bardic Inspiration still, right?
Hold on.
Uh-huh.
How about no?
Okay, Aewni, how is that? Oh, you're going to use your Favored by the Gods to keep your Bless. Excellent. So, in that case, Kokla, can you roll me an extra D4 for the Bless? There's a chance you hit him with it. Unfortunately you don't. It was close. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn, Kokla? Like your bonus action or anything? I know you still have Bardic Inspiration if you want to give someone inspiration.
Oh, Kokla, have help!
Yeah, Kokla, do you wanna inspire your pal Zeta?
Come on!
Fire Zeta.
Yay!
Do you like play Zeta a little song, or do you?
She's gonna play a tune that sounds romantic.
Beautiful. This romantic violin plays out, and Zeta, you feel inspired.
Romantic viol.
I apologize. It's the veal. Beautiful, excellent. So Kokla, you're just in the trench, just and Zeta, you're ready to kill this dragon. Aewni, it's your move.
So. Oh, damn. I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
And please, dear God, how close is the top of the solstice tree?
The top of the solstice tree? I don't know. I think it's only about 10 feet high.
It's only 10 feet.
Yeah, I don't think it's that huge.
If light was up there, would he be in range of it?
He would be in bright light, yeah. You want a star upon the solstice tree?
You know what? Let's do it.
Beautiful. So you're gonna use your action to cast a light cantrip on the tree?
I'm gonna quicken spell do it, but yeah.
Quicken spell and I guess like a golden star, right, or something appears up on the top of the solstice tree, and as it shines out, the extra 10 feet of range bathes Fracture in bright light. He goes, what is this? And you no longer disadvantaged to attack him.
All right, perfect. With that, I'm gonna throw another chromatic orb at him.
Oh, beautiful. Bam! You hit him.
Full thunder.
All right, 10 thunder. Fracture's looking really bad. You clip Fracture in the wing, and like it shatters a hole in the wing.
And I'm gonna dive
Doesn't fall, but
my silver dragonborn self back into a different frame.
just whoop. All right. All right. We move to the next in the initiative then, which is Zeta. What would you like to do? Fracture is fully visible now.
I'm not going to attack this round. Actually, I'm going to move along the trenches, and then I'm going to get up right next to the Christmas tree and stand outside of a trench. And I'm just going to ready an action. I'm going to ready an attack.
What's your ready action?
Oh, I'm going to hit him with 2 weapons.
Oh, you're just going to smash him?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want him to come to me. Try me, stupid dragon.
All right, Kintoki.
Kintoki will pop out and go over towards Zeta so that if he comes down, we can at least both off it. Okay, you ready for this? I don't know if this is gonna work, but he'll probably be eating one of us if this doesn't.
Yeah. Also, if he lands right next to a tree, he needs to make a deck. He needs to make a dexterity saving throw of DC 10 or falls prone.
Is that like an effect of the tree?
It's an effect of the tree because the area around the tree is considered difficult terrain, and if you stay on it, you have to make a dex save of DC 10 or fall prone.
All right, Fracture will start its turn. You insolent! And it'll recharge its breath weapon.
Wait, Jeremy,
Yeah?
you skipped me.
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you were saying, Kintoki, you moved over to ready your action.
Oh no, I moved over to him, but I'm going to look up, still with my arms and bow hanging out of the dragon mouth, and
Okay.
unleash an oathbow pew. Oh,
Okay.
and
At advantage.
bonus action
because he's
focusing
in
my
light.
Oh yes, it is.
Okay.
26.
Yeah. The 26 is a pretty... Oh my god.
17 magical piercing.
Oof. Oh my god. All right. You shoot him in the face. And I think you see, right, the arrow hit it between the eyes, and you see the fracturing glass crackle all down its face, and it is barely hanging on as it goes, "You insolent!" And it will breathe its breath weapon down upon. Let's see, you two are clumped together under the solstice tree. Who else is it gonna try and get? Aewni? Yeah, it's gonna fly around and take a breath weapon attack at the three of you. And it will, oh my god! It's gonna be 26 points of piercing damage if you fail. The DC is 13.
Well, I just choose to fail since the amount of damage, even if half, would have downed me anyway.
It
I would
will
still like
kill
you to roll.
if you fail.
Okay.
All right, so Kintoki, it's only gonna take half damage.
Yeah, I'm down.
I'm dead.
Are you dead?
Yeah, that was
Oh,
over
wow.
my threshold. That was over.
It'd be your
Zeta's
maximum hit
threshold.
points. What are
Yeah,
your
that's over
maximum
my-
hit points?
17.
Oh, wow. The glass just shatters down. Huge shards pierce into you. The bless fades as Hiyori is just...
Aewni, but close.
Hey, Aewni, god damn it! I was so good all the whole time. And Fracture will fly and land in front of... Well, are you still conscious, Kintoki?
Kintoki's
Yes.
still up.
Kintoki's still up at 4 hit points, and he's holding up unconscious Zeta, so he remains standing. Men in the fire and their souls don't collapse even after being knocked unconscious.
He slams down to the ground in front of you and has to roll dexterity saving throw or fall prone from the...
Yep, DC 10.
All right, he is proficient, so he doesn't fall prone. Good thing that wasn't an attack roll. And lands and looks at you. Its broken, glittering form, brilliant in the light. You. And after Fracture, it's Kokla's turn.
Kokla, save me.
Well, are you even alive right now, Zeta? Or is Zeta dead right now?
I'm down.
What's your hit point maximum, Zeta?
I was at 11 hit points, but I had 20 max.
Oh, okay. So you are still alive. You're just unconscious for now. Kokla, what would you like to do? It's looking real bad.
Zeta!
Owie.
She's gonna run over.
Yay!
Okay.
Oh, I needed that.
All right. Was there anything else you'd like to do? That was an action.
of Rest?
Song of Rest is over a short rest. You could inspire a companion if you'd like.
Do I still have my bardic inspiration even though I went unconscious?
Yes, you do.
Okay, good.
Well, what's the move?
Okay. I'm gonna say that Kokla is the instrument of flurry. Heal Zeta.
Okay. Shoot off a firework.
Yes. Into just this distracting into the at the dragon's face.
Does it mechanically do anything, or is it just like a fun firework?
It's just a firework.
Okay. At the end of your turn, Kokla.
This happens.
Oh. Okay. At the end of your turn, as we move to what would be Aewni's turn, Fracture will use its one legendary action to make it.
Oh, when you have a legendary action.
One legendary action to make a tail attack against Kintoki. And it lashes out at you with its tail, Kintoki. A 25 to hit.
Kintoki's unconscious.
Gets slashed. Kintoki, I imagine you fall up against the tree so you don't fall prone. Just to emphasize your statement. And Zeta, it's your turn. This barely alive dragon stands before you. One of your allies may be dead. Another one is unconscious next to you. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna stare at this dragon with the most menacing space I can do, which is very unimpressive.
Okay.
But I'm going to be like, you're not going to take me, and I'm not going to be your little slave.
And then comes hell for this dragon, because I'm going to stab it with a dagger.
Excellent. Oh no. You go to stab forward, not connecting.
However, I have one last weapon that can do the trick.
Okay.
The only.
Before you roll your damage, it had 1 hit point left. How do you finish off Fracture with your forbidden candy cane dual wielding nonsense?
First I miss with the dagger, but then I make a maneuver and leap onto his head, and then I smash, and then using the curvy part of the candy cane, I smash it right into its head.
And as you swing the candy cane down, Fracture shatters with a single
Only doing 1 damage
blow.
because the 3 doesn't count because it was dual wielded.
And it's a 1 damage what you needed. And as you take a breath and look around you, the shattering, the dragon, you club it upon its head, and while the body, for the most part, does not just shatter to dust, the head breaks, and the rest of the dragon slumps, a hollow glass shell. You take a moment to take a deep breath, and Aewni, as you are in an utter darkness for a moment, like earlier when you felt the light for a moment open up and the moonlight shine through, you open your eyes and you see a small part in the clouds, which quickly closes. You see...
Just gonna look around.
Yeah, I think as you all stand haggard and triumphant, at some point, Kintoki, you also just kind of come to.
Zeta, come close. Delete my browser history.
You're not dying, Kintoki! Come on, get up!
And as this all happens, you see the little faces of the townsfolk or the villagers. It's dead. I thought they did it. They did it. And you see beginning streaming out from these little hidey holes and crevasses, crowds and crowds of townsfolk pour, and they cheer and begin to celebrate another heroic victory from Bartholomew's adventurers. As Fracture will no longer reign over the settlement. You all have saved the Shattered Sea.
Kokla, guess what? Cobalt power!
And
Cobalt power! And you just
Using-
hug Zeta.
using the table that has been laid out, the villagers begin to throw a real feast and a real celebration. Hopefully not a trap. The natural effects, the powerful wind and the crashing sea subside. And you are reveled with, you revel and celebrate as heroes. Your wounds, of course, tended to by the people. And at some point in the evening, you hear the clearing of the throat of a familiar wizard who comes to greet you. Pete, you're muted if you're talking. Pete?
Greetings, greetings. It seems that
That's the glass
everything
figure,
has
folks.
gone quite well, by the looks of it.
Hi, Bartholomew!
You know what?
Hello there, Zeta. Hello, Kintoki. Yes, normally we do this at the shop, but all of you are here. So how about we get this titling ceremony underway for all of you? Because I do have some good news for you. For your achievements today, you will all be promoted to the Fabled tier of adventurers. Are you all ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Suppose.
Kokla's
Just
ready.
give me a bit. This is really disorienting. This is the second time I think I've died.
I know it's a lot to take in all at once, but this will only take a moment, and well, Aewni, how about we go first with you? And he stands you all up, and normally the fake generated applause that Bartholomew kind of creates, there's just the actual crowd there that is kind of there, like clapping and cheering as you're all lined up before them, and then with a kind of a snap of Bartholomew's fingers, a glorious fanfare begins to kind of fill the space. He looks to you, Aewni, and he goes, Aewni, I know you're tired, so we'll make this brief. Sometimes, Aewni, it seems like you're trying to live up to the legacy that your sister leaves, and I know it is a large one. But, Aewni, you are powerful. The kobolds here, the people here, they would not be safe if it wasn't for your actions here this day. You are a true hero, Aewni, and you deserve some, well, immediate rest. Have you chosen your title?
I suppose, yeah.
What shall you be known as?
The Break of Dawn.
A fitting name. And Bartholomew kind of smiles and hands you over a bag of Bartholomew coins, which kind of jingle, even though you know it's just a rolled up paper. Good old fashioned Bartholomew bucks inside, 400 in total. And another kind of smattering of applause appears as he steps next to you, Zeta, as he says, Zeta Brasscrown, another individual of, well, living up to quite a name. I understand that your heritage is one of particular power.
It is. I take great pride in knowing my great-grandma's a big, powerful dragon.
I have no doubt that if your great-great-grandma was looking down upon you this day, well, she would say the same thing about you, Zeta. You have done a great service for the Lands of DnDTime this day, and I am in your debt. Have you chosen your title, Zeta?
Yes,
What is it?
the Little King of Dragons. Because I know my great-grandma would have wanted me to become a little king.
The Little King of Dragons is how you shall be known throughout the realm. And Bartholomew kind of nods deeply to you, Zeta. Congratulations on your promotion.
Yay!
And with that, there is another kind of smattering of applause as he steps next towards you, Kokla. Kokla, it is good to see you again as well. I understand that when your adventures began, perhaps it was sparked to some extent by, kind of leans in kind of a little bit, romance.
Yeah.
Well, for one thing, I have no doubt that you perhaps have, certainly caught your target's eye to some extent. But beyond perhaps the whimsy of your choice to enter into the field of adventuring, you have shown great courage as you bring joy with your songs and fireworks, both in spirit and literally. Kokla, it's been an honor having you here amongst Bartholomew's adventuring troop. Have you chosen your title, Kokla?
I put a lot of thought into the title that I'm choosing because my brother, a draconic ancestry, and I didn't. I would like to be known as the Copper Remnant.
The Popper Remnant.
Copper.
It is
Copper.
Oh, the copper. I thought you said the popper.
Copper, Bartholomew, like the dragon.
That makes a lot more sense. The Copper Remnant. Sorry, I'm a bit hard of hearing at times. But the Copper Remnant is how you shall be known throughout the realm. And...
You're my little remnant, Kokla. And I give her a kiss.
Aww.
Thank you, Zeta.
And last but not least, and he walks up to you, Kintoki, and he just kind of puts his hand on his chin. Honestly, Kintoki, you haven't really been here that long.
Yeah, that's kind of a fair point.
What would you... I don't know. What would you tell me? What would you think I would say had we been together, had we known each other longer? Because you've been here for like 2 days. Honestly, this is record time.
That's what I do. I aim to please. Well, sometimes, as long as it's nothing too substantial.
Do you have a title? You haven't had long to think about it.
They used to call me something back when I was a kid. It actually sounds kind of cool, so might as well. Let's go corpse-eating devil. It's a long story. We'll get into that later.
That's quite a... This is very much underlying the fact that I know very little about you. Kintoki, the corpse-eating devil. And with that, there's a smattering of applause that's maybe just like a touch confused. And with that, and he hands each of you, who I did not mention, the 400 Bartholomew bucks. And with that, each of you have been promoted to the Fabled tier of adventurers. With each of your journeys from this point forward, the dangers will be greater and the rewards so as well. I have high expectations for you and high hopes. Congratulations, heroes. And, with all of these fresh Bartholomew bucks, perhaps I could interest you in a trip to the shop, because that's it. Formalities are taken care of. Aewni, you can go and take your nap now, if you do so wish.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that now. I don't want to know. Well, I don't want to experience being ran through with glass shards again. So
don't worry, dying builds character. I mean, do you know how many times Goku died? A lot.
I wouldn't worry. Glass are among the rarest types of creatures in all of the multiverse.
Yeah, well, there
that's
it is.
encouraging.
What? Shop. Would anyone like to shop?
Yes, I want to pull from the bag because I have exactly 500 Bartholomew bucks.
That's exactly the price of pulling from the bag. This is a fortuitous collision of events. Go ahead and roll me a D1000. I wish you best of luck as Bartholomew produces his big bag. What?
Oof. Guess my
What'd you
luck's
get?
not 181.
181. 181. You're in the main part. You're fine. You reach into the bag and your hand passes over first some type of pipe, maybe. It feels wooden and small, and Zeta, you don't strike me as much of a smoker. It falls from your hands. The next one, simple jewelry, maybe. It doesn't appeal to you as much as the the thin kind of spear that you end up grabbing as you pull it out. It is a javelin, but the kind of shaping of it, it looks like it's almost shaped in the form of a lightning bolt. And as Bartholomew speaks up, a classic magic item. And this is a javelin of lightning. You can toss it, and it will become a lightning bolt as you throw it, striking through any creatures in its path with a terrible force of lightning damage. Which you can do, I believe, 1 time per day, something like that. Regardless, it is a powerful javelin. You've gotten a javelin of lightning. That's a classic magic item. Anyone else have anything they'd like to grab?
Well, I suppose I might as well take a grab of the bag.
Very well. Again, the best of luck to you, Kintoki.
Many thanks. 223.
223. Let's see what the bag has in store for thee. You reach into the bag, and your hand passes over first. There's a couple of like potions there. One of them feels like a healing potion. Another one, it's kind of a stranger vial, and it's very light. But what you end up grabbing from the bag is it appears to be it's fuzzy, and as you pull it out, it looks like a fake beard. And Bartholomew speaks up, this is my beard. Well, it's a replica of it. While you have this particular beard, you can wear it and make yourself look like me using the disguise self spell at will. So you can always look like me if you so desire. Of course, the spell will end if the beard is removed. But now you can impersonate me. So that might do you good, I don't know. And that was an item that was created by Aeriskiba. So thank you, Shiba, for this submission. And congratulations on your fake beard, which is very Kintoki, honestly.
Perfect. I'm sure I'll put this to some excellent use.
And anyone else? And hearing no more, congratulations on your Fabled tier victory, and we'll be right back with Adventure 2. Stay tuned, everyone.